that bind the setting sun. In the twilight of our civilization, a brooding lament rises from the heart of a society mired in the quicksand of stagnation. The once vibrant tapestry of progress and innovation now frays at the edges, its colors dimmed by the pallor of complacency. The West, once a beacon of enlightenment and liberty, now finds itself ensnared in a web spun by the dual forces of capitalism and communism, a paradoxical dance of dependency that saps the spirit and binds the will. Beneath the glittering facade of prosperity, the soul of the West withers, tethered to the voracious engines of global economies that thrive on exploitation and imbalance. The capitalist machine, relentless in its pursuit of profit, grinds the dreams of the many into the wealth of the few. Its gears, lubricated by the sweat and toil of distant lands, churn ceaselessly, indifferent to the cries of the disenfranchised and the destitute. In its shadow, the spectre of communism looms, promising equality yet delivering oppression, its iron fist masquerading as the hand of justice. The West's dependence on these monolithic systems breeds a malignant inertia, a paralysis of purpose that stifles the creative and the bold. Innovation becomes a hollow echo, a ghost of what it once was, as minds that once soared are now shackled by the chains of consumerism and conformity. The relentless march of materialism tramples the seeds of enlightenment, and the pursuit of deeper truths is eclipsed by the glitter of superficial gains. In this landscape of despair, the once proud ideals of freedom and individuality are sacrificed on the altar of economic necessity. The marketplace, once a crucible of opportunity, now transforms into a labyrinthine prison where the promise of progress is but a mirage. The West's soul, seduced by the siren song of endless consumption, drowns in a sea of mediocrity, its aspirations eroded by the relentless tides of global commerce. Amidst this desolation, the human spirit falters, its light dimmed by the shadow of dependency. The creative fire that once fueled revolutions and renaissances flickers weakly, smothered by the weight of economic servitude. In the eyes of the young, the spark of hope is replaced by the dull glow of resignation, as dreams of a brighter future are traded for the grim reality of a world enslaved by its own greed. The West, ensnared in this dance macabre with the twin spectres of capitalism and communism, must awaken from its torpor. It must reclaim its lost essence, the indomitable spirit that once dared to defy the confines of the known. Only by breaking free from the suffocating embrace of these global titans can it rediscover the path to true progress and enlightenment. Until then, the lament of stagnation will continue to echo through the hollow corridors of a society adrift, a poignant reminder of the price paid for its complacency and dependence. In the shadowy interplay of capitalism and communism, we find a web of intrigue woven by the hands of unseen puppeteers. The surface antagonism between these ideologies belies a deeper connection, a symbiotic dance orchestrated by fraternal organizations that transcend public perception. Beneath the banner of progress, these systems are but two sides of the same coin, manipulated by those who wield power behind the scenes, drawing from ancient traditions and esoteric knowledge. Capitalism, with its promise of opportunity and prosperity, thrives on the principle of competition and individual achievement. Yet, this facade of meritocracy masks the underlying reality of exploitation and control. The titans of industry and finance, who ostensibly champion free markets, often collude to maintain their dominance. Monopolies and oligopolies flourish under the guise of competition, creating barriers that stifle true innovation and keep wealth concentrated within an elite circle. Communism, in contrast, presents itself as the champion of the proletariat, advocating for equality and the abolition of class distinctions. Yet, history reveals a starkly different reality. Communist regimes, while purporting to dismantle the hierarchies of capitalism, often replace them with even more rigid structures of control and oppression. The state, in its quest to eliminate inequality, becomes an all-powerful entity that suppresses dissent and individual freedoms. Fraternal organizations like Freemasonry, with their esoteric Kabbalist roots, operate as a nexus where the seemingly disparate ideologies of capitalism and communism converge. These secret societies provide a platform for the exchange of ideas and strategies among the global elite, fostering a unified vision of control that transcends ideological boundaries. The rituals and symbols of Freemasonry, derived from Kabbalist teachings, serve as a common language that binds these elites together, reinforcing their sense of superiority and purpose. The influence of fraternal organizations like Freemasonry, with its roots in Kabbalist mysticism, permeates these economic structures. The secrecy and exclusivity of these orders foster an environment where the powerful can conspire to manipulate markets and policies to their advantage. The symbols and rituals of Freemasonry, drawn from ancient Kabbalist traditions, serve as a binding force among these elites, creating a network of influence that transcends national borders and ideological divides.